The College Basketball Experience Preview and Picks episode for Tuesday, March 12th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US-based and available in 40 states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Play their fantasy pickup for a chance to win 100 times the amount of money you enter in NBA, NHL, college basketball, and they got much, much more to offer. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN to get a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Champs. Run your own March Madness pool and enter the Champs free bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs to enter today. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Martin Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride. Yes. Woo! Welcome to the College Basketball Experience Preview and Picks episode for Tuesday, March 12th. We've got a barn burner going on in the SoCon right now. And we also have a little, some early tips, some other games going on currently. Stony Brook looking all right against the Flying Dutchman of Hofstra. If you're wondering just who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Yes. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hop on over there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I mean, some fun ones going on. I'm joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Money Line Mac. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. What a night so far, and we got more action coming late, so sweat it out over here.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. It is a case of the Mondays. You know what we do now? We bring in third man in the booth. Give it up for former, I don't know. That's a Patty C introduction. I like to say former. No, look, the rooftop IPA drinking, homebrew making, tobacco road living, the free life giving, former, Herndon Basketball League MVP. Give it up for NC Nick in the place to be.
There we go. What's going on, man?
I got my dog howling. You know, right from the chat's coming at you already, calling you Trapowski. You know, let's just get right to it then. People are going to wonder if we just keep that on ice. Your thoughts? Because after the game, I couldn't help but enjoy his comment saying, I wasn't just trying to get up. I was just trying to stand up.
Admit nothing. Come on. It's like talking to the police. Admit nothing.
We need change, Nick. We need change.
It was an obvious
fuck this guy.
He should have got teed up. I don't know why they didn't go to replay. He should have got teed up. Move on.
I'm okay if you're dirty as long as you're not a pussy with the court storming. All right. You can't have both. All right. You can't have both. Anyway.
I did hear somewhere on Twitter, somebody was saying that UNC Duke rivalry's been a little too nice recently with like Coach K and Roy getting older and like being good friends. we need some bad blood to be, re-injected into this rivalry. So it's a little trip. Big deal. Nobody was hurt. Move on.
I do agree that fights make rivalries better. That's why I never understood the people that, we got to see great sportsmanship. No, I don't want to see great sportsmanship. I want to see angry people that dislike each other play on the basketball court or the football field. And when they retire, they can like each other. That's all that's the whole point of retirement. You get drunk, you
bird
stay.
Magic.
Hey, yeah. Bird magic all day. Bird will wake up, check the box score and say, oh, I got to do what Magic did times 2. All right. And vice versa. It's part of what makes sports great. You're supposed to hate. You never, you know what it is it's the portal shit, man. It's like, I don't think anyone from NC State should ever play for ECU ever. I don't give a shit if Tom Gugliotta's back there. All right. And Gugliotta's got a son averaging 30 and 20 a game. And he thinks about going to ECU. I said, get this piece of shit out of here. All right. Guys, I don't want to do the show. I want to watch the end of the SoCon game. Can we quit?
Postpone it for a half hour.
Yeah, I got it right here on at the I don't like hosting a show when this happens, but I guess we have to talk about the outcomes. First off, the amount of people that either hit me up via Twitter or YouTube that talk shit about us taking Towson plus the points. Well, we hit double lock. NC Nick, what'd you do here
Triple
in this
lock.
Towson game? Triple lock. Boom!
Triple lock, buddy.
And to tell you the truth, they should have won the fucking game. You can't give up a 12-0 run the final fucking 2 minutes, and you're down. First off, there's so many mental errors. You have a foul. They're up 7 at the 2 minute mark. They on a rebound, their big man for Towson fouls the big man of Charleston 94 feet from the hoop. Just a stupid foul that gave them 2 points to just start the run. And then the classic. I don't know that I've ever seen this, at least in like this high of a level, where you get the guard of Towson is fouled and he goes to the free throw line. They're down 2. You're thinking, okay.
Airball.
Yeah, it's a 1-and-1 because they've never been to the free throw line all day, pretty much. And he airballs the free throw. A guard. When's the last time? It's been since. I want to say it's been since Little League. Like I'm talking 9-10 years old since I've seen a guard airball a free throw. Your thoughts on that awesome free throw shooting performance, NC Nick? There, I know you're close to Towson, Maryland now. Do you want to go over and give them some pointers on how to hit iron?
Usually you see that from the team in the lead. Usually they're the ones feeling pressure. Usually the team that's trying to come back. I mean, like mentally you don't choke like that, but man, this kid did. And it wasn't just that though. They had like 4 or 5 possessions in a row where there was just zero offensive execution.
No one screening. No one. I got to put some of that on Scary because you're sitting there like, what are we doing here? Someone set a screen. Someone just have any level of organization. It was like basically trying to play. Their offensive sets were basically like trying to score in like a house party. That it's like just people everywhere. And it's like, what are we doing? Space out, you motherfuckers. Mac, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, they've never been to the CAA title. Last year, their season ended against Charleston. They're going to be kicking themselves over this, man. They should have won. They were up 7
point lead. No, 230, I think.
Yeah,
7 point lead at 2:30 mark.
It's just, those are the ones that haunt you as a coach. I mean, Scary's going to be kicking himself. Like you said, they didn't execute at all.
He busted out the gold jacket. There's fucking Shooter McGavin there.
Dude, I like
Towson versus everybody.
It was a great matchup for Towson, though, because they could muck it up against Charleston's skill, and they did. And they should have won, but that's a killer, man.
That's going to haunt them. It's going to haunt them because I feel
But we all covered. We all cashed it.
We'll take the cover. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you got Charleston early, you would have won.
We did not cover New Orleans as the Privateers got smacked by Lamar. Turns out Lake Charles, we thought that might be a little home edge for the Privateers. Turns out I watched a little bit of this. No one in Lake Charles gives a fuck about the Privateers. All right. Because no one was there supporting the Privateers. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy because all of Louisiana loves LSU. You can't ever. Why is it such a front running state there? I don't understand how no one can like the fucking Privateers. You're in Louisiana. They don't make the trip. It's not that far away.
No, it's not. And I'm looking at Nichols is just as many people as they do tonight.
So I'm saying
Maybe it's because they voted against football.
Oh God, don't get him going.
I know.
yeah, these bastards. This private school, this privateer bastards. Then hilarious ending. As we had Cleveland State plus the points, me and Nick did. I know we had a battle, Mac, but I was super pissed at Cleveland State for missing that layup, and then I thought the free throws were going to get you over the top, but then they fouled on a half court shot that almost made the game interesting. Cleveland State gets the cover against Oakland in a fucking hilarious game. I mean, great game, back and forth, fun, Horizon League fun, but what a stupid fucking foul. What, 45 feet out?
What are you doing? Like, I thought I was gonna get the back door until he fucking fouled on a half court shot. I've never seen that before. Up 4, and you foul a half court shooter. What are you doing?
Call me crazy though. So they're down 4. To paint the picture, if you didn't watch this game, Cleveland State was down 4, shooting a shot from half court with like 5 seconds left, or 3. No, I think it was like 4.2 seconds or something like that. He gets fouled. He makes the first 2 at the free throw line. It's a money free throw shooter, but he intentionally misses the second one with still 3 seconds left. I actually think I would have told my team to make all 3 foul, and then we try to set up like a Leitner or Bryce Drew thing. But I don't know. You think that's what you would have done if you were the coach there, Mac?
Yes, I do. I like dragging the game out as long as possible because, dude, they could turn. We see so many
turn
times
the ball
this
over.
year,
Yeah,
like you maybe they inbounded off the guy's leg like Sanford just
steal
did,
by Bird to DJ.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, and I mean your chances of winning are so small at that point. I think you have a better chance of setting your defense, foul. I mean, you still could miss the free throw, not intentionally. That's another angle. Like, I feel like the ricochet play usually doesn't work.
Yeah,
because he usually hits the rim half the time, and then it's a walk.
He almost did. It was the bottom part of it that he hit. NC Nick, what would you have done? You told him to miss there.
Well, I have seen that the missed on purpose work beautifully, like in that Duke North Carolina game from about 3 years ago, where Trey Jones missed it on purpose, got it, hit the game winner to tie and send it in overtime. So with 3.5 seconds left, I don't mind the play. If it's 5 seconds, then maybe you go ahead and make it. But 3.5. I actually think they made the right call doing that, but I understand people have different point of views on that. There's no right or wrong.
I think it would have to be under 2 for me to like 3.5. You could still like, if you foul, you could still have 3 seconds going the other way. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a shout out to Zany Boy 56 who gave us $20. YouTube.com/the college experience. Zanny says, sorry to get real, but I got diagnosed with cancer back in the fall, and you guys have given me so much joy and entertainment over the last couple months. Thank you so much for everything. Never change. Go Dayton Flyers. Hey, Zanny, man.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. And dude, we're very grateful for that comment, man. And keep at the Colby D. Keep me informed on everything, man. And yeah, send me a DM right now. Send me a DM.
Hang it. Fight the good fight, man.
Yeah, send me a DM right now at the Colby D. on Twitter. We're gonna hook you up, man. All right. Thank you though, brother. Then we had man, Moneyline Mac. They were calling you out for switching your pick, but these people are so stupid. You can think differently after seeing a game. So at the beginning of the conference tournament week in the Summit League, Mac and myself said St. Thomas is going to upset South Dakota State in the second round. Yeah. If St. Thomas gets there. Right. But South Dakota State looked great against Oral Roberts, and Mac changed his fucking mind. It's okay to change your fucking mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And my whole thing was, I felt like the Tommies played a perfect game against North Dakota State. South Dakota State would watch the entire game. They were going to be ready. And I knew that South Dakota State would have the crowd. If you watch that was 95% filled with South Dakota State fans. That was a true road game. That was ridiculous. Yeah. That was like kind of Kansas in the Big 12 tournament or UConn in the Big East. That place was jumping. The Tommies played well. It was a road game. So yeah, I understand. We said the Tommies, but once they played that perfect game,
we're also saying that
3 days
tournament.
prior. Yeah.
It's like things change a lot. I got hot potatoed on the SGP show as lines dropped.
Yeah.
The Duke Carolina game, and they're like, Colby, Duke Carolina line's dropping right now. Duke -4, and I was like, I guess I'll take Duke. Then I thought about it more, and I said, man, Carolina's full of veterans. Yeah. Duke's young, and the line also went up to 5.5, and I was like, man, I got to take Carolina. But I also said I think about a money line play because of the experience and the fact that they swept Carolina last year, and I think that shit matters. It's okay to change your fucking mind. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. Right, NC Nick?
Yeah. I mean, especially in the scenario where you're talking about before the conference tournament started, then you're talking about you have several days to change your mind. And yeah, I mean, obviously you watch them play a game and then you can, recalibrate them in your mind. So of course.
Yeah.
I also didn't know South Dakota State had a day off. I thought they played the same day. When I saw they had the day off and they got the rest up for the Tommies, I usually lean to the rested team.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, it looks like Sanford might escape. 18 seconds left. ETSU just missed a huge 3. Oh, I don't know. They're still alive. Sanford missed the free throw right now. We triple locked, I think. Nick, were you with us on JMU?
Yes, I was.
Yes.
For sure.
I knew this Arkansas bullshit ain't gonna last. Little Cock. This is Little Cock 2.0. Arkansas State. Nice little run, but we knew it was a little phony. JMU gets their 31st win of the season as they take down the Red Wolves. Mac, your thoughts on the Dukes getting it done and winning the Sun Belt, and punch that ticket to the big dance. Patty C hasn't been there since fucking Lefty Drizel and Steve Hood. He's super excited about the run the Dukes could make.
And
what do you think they can do?
Good luck, whoever draws them. This is going to be a pain in the ass to deal with because they're all seniors other than Edwards. So I think we're seeing the last game. Yeah, I would say 12 or 13. That might be the trendy dog though too. So that's another thing that I think everybody and their brother might hop on after the way they just played. But they got a little bit of everything. They've won on the road in East Lansing. They beat everybody but App State. App State gave them issues for whatever reason. App State was good too. But they got veterans. Binghamton, I think it's his days are numbered there. He's going to get a job here. And yeah, they're awesome. 31-3. Hats off to them.
Unbelievable. NC Nick, JMU, what the fuck is going on in Harrisonburg? Because all of a sudden I knew their football team was good in the FCS. Their football team and basketball team are just powers. The ACC needs to expand right now, just in case.
I love it. Well, hey, at me being ACC, but also Sun Belt. So I love to see the Sun Belt get better in basketball, and App State and JMU are leading that charge. But I just thought it was too hard of a task for Arkansas State, who was a nice story, to upset both those teams in a row. It's like it's not going to happen. Like you can play a great game and knock off one of them, but back to back, no way. And sure enough, JMU made it. They made it look easy, and they're going to be a very dangerous team in the national tournament for sure.
Yeah, and man, ETSU just missed 2 free throws that would have made it a 4-point game, and Al Sanford going back to the lineup 6. You better not blow this cover. You better not backdoor. No, Nick's on ETSU, right?
Yeah, I'm on the points. Johnson City.
Oh, I thought you said you laid it with Sanford.
No, we took the Bucks, but
I was asking if anybody laid it.
Oh yeah, it's unlikely. I mean, 9.5. They got to make 4 free throws in a row if they even get the 3rd and 4th.
All right, look, I just saw this guy join. All right, he's a little late, but sometimes I think he does it on purpose. I think he's trying to. It's one of those things, you know what I mean? You look cool just showing up a little, showing up late. He said it was car problems, but I mean, we'll let him speak for himself. Give it up for the host of the NBA Gambling Podcast and WNBA Gambling Podcast, Terrell Furman Jr., aka Really Rel. How you doing, man? You're on mute.
You see what happens here? You go in here, start muting you on purpose. You can't say nothing. You get pulled over by the cops. You got to sit there. Oh,
did you?
Oh, for sure.
I thought it was a car crash, you said.
No, it was. No? And then I got pulled over by the cops because I was trying to get back.
That's
My man was
that's,
speeding trying to make the show on time. I respect
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
man.
The cop, did you tell him you're like a part of a major production? The cop's like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he wasn't. He ain't care about
We've got
anything. I had to do.
450 plus watching live on Twitter
"Shut
and
the
YouTube.
fuck
Come
up."
on, cop.
Did you drop the college experience?
Yeah, you didn't give him a
I
card.
should've- Hey, I should have gave him a bet. He might have let me go.
Offer him some merch for the Merch Madness too.
Oh man, yeah. So look, I know we're in here, reacting to outcomes, and we're gonna react some more in a second. But I know you're a little late, and we kind of already brushed past this. But I just think, for rivalry's sake, the floor is yours on this Carolina Duke thing.
I mean, I don't even have anything to say. I was thinking all day of what I was gonna say. I don't have anything to say. I think Carolina did all the speaking for me.
Ooh, he's going light on him. There was no shirt bet or flag bet.
No,
Going on.
we let it go. We let it go this time. This time.
Here's what it is. There's a good chance there's gonna be a third meeting.
Oh, see, here he goes. I try to
Yeah.
be nice.
If not a
try to
fourth.
be nice.
Well, I'm just saying that you're playing it safe just in case.
Oh, we will be. All right, man. Now I see. I have to get ugly.
It was
Bring it on,
revenge,
go
right?
for it. Get ugly.
Oh man, just you know what? It's okay. So you just end Coach K's career, and it doesn't mean anything these days. You got to go and you got to do it again. So we can see you for a third time. It's fine.
Terrell, Filipowski didn't mean to trip him. He was just putting his leg out. He said
Oh,
he was
yeah,
just getting
just
up. He was getting
Grayson
up
said
from
the
the
same thing. Grayson said the same thing.
And Gerald Henderson didn't mean to give your boy the bloody nose either, right?
Hansborough.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
Hey.
fucking great. Yeah.
And they're about to ruin this rivalry because UNC is going to go off to the Big 10 and Duke's going to go to the Big 12, or there's going to be some bullshit like that.
We'll see. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm terrified of that. I think it's inevitable too, but hopefully, someone steps up. We need to, I'm telling you, everyone should be rooting for anyone not named the SEC and Big 10 moving forward. To me, if you love college sports, because they're trying to make that shit pro.
People already root against the Big Ten in the NCAA tournament anyway. They cheer when we don't get anybody into the second.
Well,
round.
that's because you just don't deserve all these bids. They give you all these fucking bids with all these staples. If I gotta, you guys give me shit for liking the Big Ten West. Well, the whole Big Ten basketball conference is the Big Ten West. It's a perfect metaphor for the Big Ten West in football. It's like you just sit there and watch Purdue dominate, even though they got staple after staple, and they just can't get it done. And then Iowa, same situation. Wisconsin, same situation. And you steal all these bids. They were talking about Michigan State. Oh, they're gonna get in, right? Meanwhile, JMU sitting over there. If they had lost today with 30 wins, and they wouldn't have got in, despite winning at East Lansing. Big Ten. And when's the last time they won shit? It's been like 20 years, right?
Izzo in 2000.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they're living. That's what I'm saying. They still get the cred being like, hey, we're gonna get 6 bids out of this conference. What the fuck are we talking about here? Anyway.
How old was Noah when the Big Ten won the last national championship? Noah, were you born? Noah?
I was not born.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Noah's
god!
never seen the Big Ten. win
Oh
a
my
national championship.
fucking god. That's tough. That's tough, man.
Hey, Nick, I will say with the SEC, it's been approaching 13 years for them too. They don't get as much of a pass. I mean, the Big Ten looks awful because it's been that long, but the last one was Kentucky in 2012.
Right, and then you had Florida win back-to-backs.
Yeah,
before that,
It's been like
really,
26 years since the Pac-12 won too.
That's why they're gone.
They're gone.
Nobody cares. Nobody
used to
cares
be
about
gone,
them.
too.
They're not here.
Yeah. All right. Let's continue recapping here, but JMU. Shout out to JMU. Terrell, you're a Virginia guy. What do you think JMU's the high side on them in the NCAA tournament? What do you think they could do? Best case scenario with their matchups. You think it could be a Sweet 16 team?
Yeah, I think they can be a Sweet 16 team. I hope that it's not going to be that Cinderella story of that mid-major that we all love and we hope they make it to the tournament. Then they get buried in the first round. They get a terrible opponent and just buried in the first round. Hopefully they give JMU some love, especially with the whole we couldn't win the conference tournament thing, and now we're in the NCAA tournament. So hopefully they get some love and they get a nice seed.
I mean, they have the best record in the nation.
Yeah.
They
can't fuck them over, right? You can't fuck them over too much.
To be honest, I think they should be like an 11.
I do too. Especially with the win. Especially if Michigan State. If they put Michigan State in, they deserve to be an 11. All right, because I'm so sick of that narrative.
A little bit. Izzo's going to be in the 8-9 game. Watch.
We had a Big Sky game go final. Montana State. We had a little lock battle. Me and Mac. Bobcats. Get it done.
Wow.
Dude, the Big Sky. Bring your whiskey when watching Big Sky basketball, because now the 1, 2, and the 4 seeds.
Oh yeah.
My Montana future's looking good, but I'm terrified of the game tonight because I'm pretty sure I'm fucked. Every dog is hitting in the Big Sky.
Yeah.
NC Nick, what side were you on in this one?
Oh, I was definitely on the Bobcats too. So now the other game is the only game I missed, and we'll get there. But so far, right off the bat, 6-1 to start this Monday night. Let's go.
Woo! Terrell, I don't know if you played. I don't know if you hopped on this Big Sky action, but Montana State, Weber State. Did you play a side, or did you sit back and say Big Sky is a crazy dumpster fire?
Oh no! After the monstrosities that have been going on this week, I stayed away from the Big Sky Conference. But I was there in spirit with you in Montana State.
There we go. And then it just went final. East Tennessee State covers against Samford. Another battle. Me and Nick coming out on top. Tonight. Yeah, coming out on top against Mac here. I wanted the Bucks to win this thing though, man. Samford, a 1 seed, makes it to the NCAA tournament. Mac, your thoughts on this one?
They're dangerous too now. Because they play a unique style with how they press and get up and down. And if you're not used to playing that kind of style, I mean, kind of like Purdue last year against Fair Dick, that bothered the hell out of them. And the big kid, he's unbelievable. Archer or Aker, however the hell you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And then those 2 little guards. So Buckyball is headed to the madness.
Samford's got crazy ass depth too. They go like 9 deep
because they press.
Yeah. NC Nick, I know you took ETSU. Did you think they had a shot at winning it outright?
I think they had a chance, but I didn't take the money line. I mean, Samford's been the cream of the crop in that conference pretty much all year. So it's good to see them advance to, like Noah's point. Noah usually roots for the top teams in the mid-major or the small conferences because they have the best chance of actually winning come the nationals. So Samford is right there, man. They're dangerous. They if the 3 balls dropping, I mean, they're very dangerous.
Yeah, tell Fairleigh Dickinson that. But Terrell, did you play a side in the SoCon championship here, man?
Nah, I stayed away from the SoCon, but I did like Samford. I did think that Samford was going to be able to get the game done and be able to cover that line. So shout out to y'all at ETSU.
There we go. That's their first time dancing in a little bit, right? I think they went 7-8 years ago, right?
I think they
just tweeted it out. Samford hasn't danced since 2000.
Damn, has it been? I'm fucking old.
Bucky might get another job.
For those that are wondering, and it was just brought up on the show, the Noah Bienick was established in 2001.
I figured that's what the year was.
That was a good year.
Yeah, Big Ten, and Samford on the same page. Glad that can be a thing. NC Nick, you said another game went final. What game are you referring to?
I was getting confused. Actually, the one game I missed was the Summit game, the St. Thomas game. I was on the Tommies. I really thought the Tommies had a good chance to go dancing this year. And sure enough, the Jackrabbits. I mean, it seems like that conference, like it always goes through the Dakotas. But I thought maybe the Tommies had a chance this year. That's the only one I missed. I
missed it too.
I mixed up my conferences there.
I missed it too. So currently, there's a couple other scores going on. Me and Mac locked up the Colonels of Nichols. They are up 17 on Commerce, Texas A&M Commerce. Hopefully, I hate being up 17 with 12 minutes left. That means we're definitely going to lose.
That's how I felt with Northwestern State yesterday. being up the entire game, being up the entire game until the last 47 seconds, and then giving up a 3-point lead and losing.
We were on that too, and that was absolutely miserable. Currently Stony Brook's up 2 at the half on Hofstra. Who the fuck is this Stony Brook team? Me and Mac buried this Stony Brook team in the when people were talking futures in the chat was saying we should jump on some of those. They're fucking horrible. What are you talking about? All of a sudden, the Seawolves are looking like they're going to be playing potentially in the championship game there in the CAA. And then at the half, St. Mary's up 7 on Santa Clara, and Northern Kentucky out to a 5-point lead early against Milwaukee. Also, Denver up double digits on Omaha. Freddie Fiddler, Nick, hit the game winner last night, but he's off to a tough start against these. Yeah, whatever the fuck. Freddie got fingered. Freddie got fingered.
That pissed me off because I thought the Kangaroos had a really good chance.
They're killing me, man. You know, they're fucking killing me on that.
The way I saw Denver play last night, I did pick them tonight, and they're rolling.
Yeah, I picked UMKC, and I said I'm gonna eat shit here because Tommy Bruner in Denver is gonna go fuck off. Like that's just when they've got a player of that caliber. I mean, he's pretty similar to Max Asmus this year of the Summit League. Coming from the 7th seed to win this tournament is not out of the realm of possibility.
100%, man. Is they're up 10 on Omaha. I took a shot on the Omaha Mavericks, and Mac, I think you did too.
Yeah. Well, you know what that means. We're in good shape. If we're down 10,
that's true. This early down 10, we're in a great spot.
Yeah.
We still have Portland State, Montana, San Francisco, Gonzaga. Do you guys have any plays on? I'm all over Gonzaga minus the points tonight. Nick or Terrell, you guys got a play on that?
I'm on the Zags, but didn't bet it.
Terrell?
Yeah, I bet the Zags tonight. In North Carolina's legal. I'm not going to miss out on some late night action. This first night we're legal. Absolutely not. I'm 100% getting down on the Zags.
Well, you know what? Today, like at noon, it became legal in North Carolina. I was boarding a flight to Maryland at the same time. So what the fuck? In Maryland, it's been legal for years. So it wasn't any big deal for me today.
No kiosks at the airport, right? They got to work on that. All right, let's get to tomorrow's action because we'll update you as the others go final while we're doing this episode. But before we do that, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Merch Madness. It's March Madness. It's also Merch Madness. 15% off everything in the merch store with the promo code Madness. Look, there's Pick Dundee t-shirts there. Those things. We did a study. Oh, look at this new artwork here. Court storming t-shirt. Look at that. The Pick Dundee t-shirt. I'm telling you, you're going to go on a vacation to Cancun. Your chances of getting ass are already good, but it's through the roof if you're wearing a little Pick Dundee t-shirt. Same with the first half unders. The amount of money you'll make on that, considering how great we've been on these first half unders, trust me, ass will not be a problem with you. So get on over there. Merch Madness, 15% off. Code Madness. Let's ride. We're also brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends or other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes. Plus, they got a ton of fun social features that give it a feel of a betting social network, so to speak. Cut offers lower vig and fully customizable odds. You can create your own bets. Cut handles the payment side of things too, so you never have to chase down old Billy in the streets. Download Cut today in the App Store or head over to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Cannabis Capper has been writing these articles at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, taking over for Bienick because Bienick was starting to focus more on college baseball. But Cannabis Capper's killing it over there. So make sure you give him a follow on Twitter and check out those articles, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. But Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. Pick whether your favorite player will have a higher or lower stat total in this week's game for a chance to win big. You can win up to 100 times the amount of money you enter in a single night. All you got to do is pick between 2 and 5 players to build a pick'em entry. So what are you doing, folks? Sign up now with the promo code SGPN to get your first deposit doubled up to $100, as well as the instant pickup special. Visit UnderdogFantasy.com or find them in the App Store. Don't forget to register with the promo code SGPN to get your first deposit doubled up to $100, as well as that instant pickup special. Noah, I am hot potatoing you here. Do you have anything, or are you just we good with Cannabis Capper? He's already hit the first play tonight.
new layout to the test here. the screens have gotten really skinny with the 5 screens on the show, but I'm going to take you to one that, feels just too good to be true. I'm going to go with tomorrow just because that way people have some time to get in on this. I'm going to take you to it's an early game though. 12:30 tip in the Big 12 tournament, UCF, Oklahoma State. Give me CJ Walker of the very Golden Knights higher than a half turnover. He has had a turnover in 13 straight games with UCF. Ooh. So, like I said, seems too good to be true. It's just 1-2 turnovers max in most of these games, but it's a very good hit rate. So I'm gonna give you the Walker one. Check out sportsgamblingpodcast.com for Capper's articles, and you can add the second and third legs over there. So, yeah. And Cannabis Capper is also on Twitter at Cannabis Capper. There you go. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. 100% deposit match up to $100. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience. We're ready to fire off. We got a short slate. Obviously, there's not going to be all the games on here. There's going to be a couple, I think, that are depending the outcome on tonight's games. So check the picks page, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Click on college basketball picks, or just get the SGPN app, which is free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. But we start off 8:30 in the morning. Thank God there was no day college basketball games this morning. It was fucking terrible. What were we supposed to do in the mornings? All right, what the hell are you supposed to do in the morning? All right. I walk my dog. I push my son around in the stroller. But normally I like to check in on some of these fucking games, see how they're going.
Right?
It's terrible. Anyway, Davidson, Fordham, A10 tournament, Brooklyn, New York. Davidson's laying 3.5. Fordham, they might have the home edge there. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not far from the Bronx. Last time they played, Davidson won by 15. Yeah. Why do they play this in New York? Is that one? I mean, Fordham's there, but then it's not like they're a deciding factor in the conference. I have no idea
why it's not closer to the South. Like DC just feels like a perfect location.
Who do they have up there? Just Bonaventure and I guess you have Rhode Island, right?
They usually play in DC.
Yeah. Makes more sense. DC or Baltimore or somewhere.
They were up there for UMass. They were up there for UMass.
And now UMass is
nobody wants
to
go to Baltimore.
What's that?
Oh man, I like the Inner Harbor. You know what I mean? Go catch an O's game.
There's a couple nice
aquarium.
Blocks.
I went to that nice aquarium. Sixth grade field trip. 5th grade field trip, some shit like that.
Make sure you go to Pickles Pub right outside Camden Yards. Great spot.
Oh yeah, Camden Yards. Go get cherry bombed over there. Have a good time. Davidson's laying 3.5. I'm just gonna trust the culture of Davidson. A little iffy on the home environment. If like Fordham fans will show up, that could be a little tricky. But I will lay the 3.5 with Davidson. No lock. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take Fordham. I guess this would be a home dog in a way, home neutral dog. Davidson won the 2 meetings, so give me Fordham, and they to keep the same close. Game comes right down to the wire. Give me the points.
NC Nick, you backing your Carolina boys?
No, actually, I'm gonna go off them and go with Mac here. I mean, Davidson's lost 5 in a row coming into this. Actually, their last win was against Fordham. Not great as a favorite, just 5-8 ATS. I just think Davidson's not playing very good basketball right now. So this game it's a 50-50 game. So I'm definitely going to take the points. I think you can find a 4 or a 4.5 out there too.
Whew. Terrell, you representing the great state of North Carolina, or are you gonna go with these turncoats over here?
Oh no, I'm 100% on the great state of North Carolina here. Give me Davidson -3.5, and I'm considering a lock here. I just don't think this Fordham team is going to be able to score. Like, I don't care if they're closer to home, whatever it is. I think that ultimately this Davidson defense is good enough to shut them down, and Davidson's got enough offense in the free throw shooting where I think that we're going to get a couple points in the end through free throws, and they'll be fine. So yeah, give me Davidson.
And I think what you're just alluding to is Fordham 313th in offensive rating. I don't know. I don't even know if it'll be Davidson's defense or just Fordham just being Fordham. So yeah, give me these Wildcats. Let's go. I got a little song for it. Let's go. Davidson Wildcats. Oklahoma State heading to Kansas City to take on UCF. UCF's laying 4.5. No. Here's my first lock. Oklahoma State moneyline play. UCF, they're not gonna know what the fuck's going on there in Kansas City. Like, what's going on here in Kansas City? They're not used to this Big 12 thing. You know what I mean?
They ain't gonna know what barbecue joint to go to.
It'll be cold as shit outside. They're gonna be like, what the fuck are we doing here? Oklahoma State, everyone's already writing off Mike Boynton. He steals one for the next team that's thinking about hiring him. He's a better coach than what happened in Stillwater. Mac, what are you doing here?
I agree with you, and I know they lost to BYU on Saturday, and they've lost 5 in a row, but I actually thought they played hard on Saturday, and they just played UCF 2 weeks ago. UCF got it done in Stillwater. There's going to be as many fans at that game in Stillwater as there will be in this game in Kansas City tomorrow. Nobody will be at this game. Give me the Cowboys outright. Lock it up.
Let's go.
Revenge.
Mike love Boyden. That money line
He's
angle.
He's good at this tournament, too.
NC Nick, what are you doing here?
We're going to lock battle, boys, because I told you last week, as soon as Oklahoma State lost in overtime at home to OU, that was their last hurrah. And ever since that game, they've sucked. And meanwhile, Central Florida, I mean, they got a lot to play for here. Very successful year. If they can win a game or two in the Big 12 tournament, it's just like building up their program. So I'm on the very Golden Knights of Central Florida, and I'll lock them up.
You know what he's doing? He's backing his Duke boy, Johnny Dawkins.
Yeah.
All right. DeMatha grad, though. DeMatha grad. Before I play the battle music, Terrell, do you have a side on this? Are you going to bet this, or who are you taking regardless?
Oh, no. I am a humble bystander in this one because both of these two teams I don't think are that good. I think UCF only has the Super Bowl angle of, hey, this is our first time in a Big 12 tournament. Imagine if we kill one of the staples of the Big 12 in Oklahoma State. So I think that they're going to go out and ball for this game, but I'm not betting this UCF team. No way.
All right. Well, we have battle going on. Dundee, Mac saying, how about them Cowboys? NC Nick saying, give me the very golden Knights. It's what do they say at the Duke? The Brotherhood. This is the Brotherhood, right? The Brotherhood.
That's right.
Johnny Dawkins, former Duke Blue Devil back in the day. George Washington.
Johnny's the one that got it going, really, Nick. I mean, he was the first guard for K.
He was part of the Johnny Dawkins class with Tommy Amaker and Jay Billis. Yeah.
Look, I know Johnny Dawkins struggled at Stanford, but they didn't give him the Jared Haas treatment where you could stay there for 12 years and struggle. They gave Dawkins just a couple years. Yeah. I call bullshit on Stanford over there. You know, like, what is Jared Haas? I know he's got photographs. I think it's going to be hilarious when he wins the Pac-12 tournament. I think Stanford is a good value play for the Pac. We're going to talk conference tournament shit later tonight. This is 2 episodes, but you know, you look at what Jared Haas has done there, and you're like, how the fuck did Johnny Dawkins not get that big of a leash in Palo Alto? George Washington is catching 2.5 against LaSalle. The Colonials have been just absolute ass over the past. Really, they're actually one of the. I actually think this might be one of the more fascinating teams in the country. Because I don't understand how you're this good, for half the season and that bad for the other half without injuries. Like, they didn't really have injuries. I'm all over LaSalle and Fran Dunphy. Their team playing better down the stretch, covering for me in a bunch of games. I'm going to lay the 2.5. I think Fran Dunphy's old school. He's got one up his sleeve here. I'm going to lock up the Explorers and go explore a brand new world there in New York City with the LaSalle Explorers. Who's coming with me? Mac, you coming with me?
Yeah, I think we got to. They just beat them on Saturday. I know sometimes we like to take the revenge angle, but I think we get a better coach here in Fran Dunphy than Caputo at G-Dub, and I just don't like the way G-Dub finished at all. I think they suck. I think they quit. Now, lock it up.
NC Nick, what are you doing here? I know you're a big fan of the Colonials back in the Mike Jarvis Yinkadare days. What are you doing here?
No, not so much. I'm George Mason, not George Washington. I mean, LaSalle swept the series, and the line on March 2nd was 5.5. So I feel like you're getting them a discount at 2.5. So I will go LaSalle. I'll lock that with you guys.
Triple lock. Do we have potential for a quadruple lock? Terrell, what are you doing here in this matchup
Guys, G-Dub sucks, man.
They're
They are
terrible.
horrible. They are horrible. Yeah, man. I didn't want to do it, but go ahead. Quadruple lock it, man. G-Dub
That's
is really,
what I'm
really
talking
bad.
about. Quadruple lock on the Explorers. What could go wrong, guys?
Oh,
what
God.
could go wrong?
Hey,
All right.
Colby,
Maybe I need
I'm
to
jumping
change.
in here. I
Oh.
got to make it the first ever quintuple lock.
Oh,
Woo!
God.
This is
wow.
This is 5 coming in on the sound.
Quadruple. I gotta Google that and make sure that's a word.
It is.
Quadruple. I know. I'm not doubting you. I'm doubting me.
I freaking love the
zillion.
point. I love the point that NC Nick brought up. I mean, this is the value of it not being at at LaSalle or wherever that game was. Why we're getting 3 more points here on a neutral floor than originally. I don't understand it. So I am on LaSalle here, and George Washington. They finished 1-12 in their final 13 games. I mean, this is just give me LaSalle.
I need to see a 30 for 30 on what happened at George Washington. Something happened in the locker room because that like early in the year.
I mean,
They
last
partied
two
a bit
games-
too hard after they won against George Mason, and then the season fell apart after that.
Yeah, they did.
but their last 2 games, they beat the Bonnies and they took Duquesne to the wire. So it's not like GW's coming in. I mean, they were playing really bad basketball like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, fair. I rode them against the Bonnies, so shout out to them for that. ACC tournament kicks off, tips off, whatever the fuck. Georgia Tech, Notre Dame. Hey, we saw this in Rudy. He was offsides as fuck. But Georgia Tech's getting 1.5. Oh boy. I think Georgia Tech's roster is so much better right now. But for some reason, Micah Shrewsbury has that Tony Bennett shit in him, that Matt Painter shit in them, where they just find ways to bring you into the muck in these shitty games. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Irish minus 1.5, even though I think Georgia Tech's way more talented, but I think there's something to it. Shrewsbury can grab wins where he shouldn't. And I think this is just the type of team he can get. I'll lay the 1.5. No lock for me here. Mac, what are you doing here?
Well, you mentioned it was Shrewsbury. He runs a discipline program, and that's kind of what bothers Georgia Tech, in my opinion. Georgia Tech's so up and down. They beat Duke and Carolina at home, but they sure as hell can lose to anybody. I'll take Shrewsbury over Stoudemire here. I'll lay the 1.5.
And this is in Washington, D.C., by the way. Shout out to Clark. He's in the chat. He's locking up Notre Dame. He also loves the under as a lock. That total sitting at 131.5. NC Nick, what are you doing here?
Well, I agree with you guys that it's a bad matchup for Georgia Tech. I mean, they played twice in the regular season. Both games were very close. Notre Dame pulled out both of them. It went into OT in Atlanta, and they won by 3 in South Bend. I just think that it's so hard. I mean, we have 2 very even teams here. It's very hard for the ball to bounce your way 3 times in a row. I certainly don't love the play, but give me the Yellow Jackets.
Surprising. Terrell, what are you doing here in DC?
No, don't excuse my hand. I'm just trying to cover my forehead because I'm not wearing a hat like everybody else.
Well,
give me Notre Dame.
You're young
here.
and not balding like everybody else.
Yeah, let's say
Very true.
I got that receding
Very
hairline
true
shit.
there.
You know what I mean? That thing's real. All right.
No fair, man. Low blow.
Yeah.
Notre Dame,
genetics.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. You get the genetics, just get a big ass forehead, you know, and as you age, it just starts to go further and further back. You said you're taking Notre Dame. Your point?
Yeah, Georgia Tech only beats good teams. That's it. They only beat the good teams of the ACC. They lose to the trash ones.
Yeah. Shout out to Richard Claus. He goes, I'm sick as dog, boys. Got the chicken noodle soup and a pocket full of cash, though. Sick or not, I got to place these fucking bets. Hey, there we go. Shout out to Richard Claus. Hope you feel better, brother. Cannabis Capper saying, Colby, your hairline isn't receding. Your brain is growing. It is, especially when I have to sit there and break down all of these fucking games. So Big 12 tournament again.
Do we have to talk about this game?
We just saw this game 72 hours ago. When West Virginia got housed by Cincinnati. Bob Huggins, your boy.
Yeah. Can we put a cut bet out there? Like if Huggins is there, it's a 2-leg bet. If Huggins is there, what color is he wearing?
Not gold or blue.
Well, he was. If you didn't catch it, NC Nick or Terrell, he was caked out in Cincinnati Red on it's
Somebody's a bit.
Well,
come on, dude. You brought it on yourself.
What are the odds that the same thing happens twice in a row? Like, what are the odds?
Is West Virginia close your eyes special here?
I mean, you never know. You never know. Cincinnati's never been a part of the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take West Virginia. I'm gonna do it. I don't think y'all are good. I'm gonna do it. What are the odds that it happens twice?
No, I'll do it. I'll take the points too because they have never been a part of the Big 12 tournament. It's Kansas City. This isn't fucking Skyline Chillyville. All right, they're gonna have to go out there and earn this thing.
It was just a 36-point win. Like, how many people are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm only laying 9.5 now"? I think you have to take the points. Now, actually betting on it is a different thing. I'll be refraining from that, but I'll take WVU.
Yeah,
Mac.
We split the season series. We won the first one. That was before we kind of laid down the stretch. New season. Let's go Ears. One last time. Lock it up.
I think we should lock this.
One last time. Close your eyes.
Let's go.
no way. I'm locking this.
I said I wasn't going to do it. I'll do it one more time.
Always be home sweet home to me. Good old Morgantown, WV.
I think it's worth it. No one's going to take that. No one is going to. We'll be the only bets on the in all of America. That
close your eyes special here, baby.
Let's go. St. Louis laying 2.5 against Rhode Island. Oh God, this is a 10 game.
They just played.
And St. Louis won for me. But here's the kicker. Sincere Parker, who's a fucking stud, who scored over 30 in 3 of the last 5 games for St. Louis. He's a game time decision. Kind of need to know he's going to play to take St. Louis. I actually was considering a lock if he played. I'll just take St. Louis. I think they're way more talented than Rhode Island. But also, will you get a Rhode Island crowd here? I don't even know if they fucking care about the Rams. Give me St. Louis, but obviously, if you're going to bet this, you want to pay attention to if Sincere Parker's going to play because the guy's a fucking stud. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take Rhode Island. I'll take Rhode Island in this game. We'll take Archie Miller. I think he's a way better coach than Travis Ford. I even though Travis Ford probably has a better roster, give me a Rhode Island here. No bet.
NC Nick, what are you doing here in this one?
I mean, a lot of these games are tough with the opening round, or you get like the worst teams of these conferences. I'm with you, Colby. I know you love betting on St. Louis. I'm not going to bet them, but I'm going to take the Billikens. They're finally playing better ball. They've won 3 out of 5, had some decent road wins against Rhode Island on the road, against St. Bonaventure on the road. So give me St. Louis. I think they are more talented, and they're finally
way more talented.
A little bit better. So
they're way more talented. Like, dude, if they can retain this roster and fire Travis Ford and bring in another coach, they're going to win the A-10 next year. Like, if they just make a decent hire, they got a ton of talent on this team. Terrell, what are you doing in this one?
I'm not taking Rhode Island. We did. I'm not taking Rhode Island. So I guess I have to take St. Louis since that's the only other viable party here.
Yeah, I mean, they're both 12 and 19, but at least St. Louis has 2 of their better players were injured for most of the year. Rhode Island's 2 and 8 in their last 10. St. Louis 4 and 6. A nice, cool 4 and 6.
Rhode Island tried their hardest and still sucked. Like, they actually tried their hardest and still was bad all year. No way.
You guys want to get rich tomorrow?
Who you got?
Nah.
There's a plus 360 out there that is just to die for. All right.
Oh, they're absolutely gonna win. Lock it up. Go ahead, play the music now. They're 100% gonna win.
The Louisville Cardinals are getting 9.5. I watched this game at the Yum Yum or whatever the fuck they're calling it now, right? And this was a tie game with $120 left, and Louisville pissed on themselves, and NC State ended up getting the win. But this was a tie game, minute and a half left. They're getting 9.5 in Washington D.C. against the Pussy Pack. Oh boy, I know Kenny Payne's. Look.
He already resigned.
Yeah, he's out, but I mean, he seems like a cool dude. Like, I think I'd want to play for Kenny Payne. Say, hey, let's send you out with the fucking ACC win in the tournament here. Lock up the cards. This is just the game the Pussy Pack lose. This is just the game the Pussy Pack lose. 9.5. At least you cover. Maybe they don't win it outright, but sprinkle a little bit on that money line. What are you doing here, Mac?
I think I agree with you because I heard somebody talk about it. NC State's got an interesting path in the ACC. They win this, they get Syracuse, and then potentially Duke, and then who knows what could happen. I'm like, whoa. This is NC State we're talking about. There's no guaranteed wins anywhere with this fucking team. Give me Louisville. Why is this line not above 10? Yeah, let's go. Louisville.
Boom. NC Nick, you're down there. You're not far from Raleigh. You got your Sydney Low jacket in the closet, I'm sure. What are you doing here in this game?
No, I agree with you guys. And the one thing I'm not hearing from anybody yet is the DJ Horn injury. I mean, he went out in the first half against Pitt.
Yeah.
Did not return with a hip pointer. He's questionable. I think it's a stretch to think he might be back. So I would have taken Louisville if Horn was healthy, just with the points. So I'm definitely going to take him now. I kind of need another dog or two on my card here. So, all right, I'll join you guys. Let's take the points here.
Terrell, what are we doing here? I know you
ain't got to ask me. You don't even keep it. Just play the music. You ain't even got to ask me. Don't even ask me.
Bienick, you went in on this? No. You fucking this guy. Just
last week I gave you guys shit for betting on bad teams, and here I am betting on fucking Louisville. this might turn out badly.
We're taking all the coaches that this is their last game. Mike Boyd,
Kevin Keats. Kevin Keats, though it might be his last game too.
That's true. It is going to be his last game, and not going to be his choice.
It's definitely about to be his last game after he loses.
Yeah. So quadruple lock on the Louisville Cardinals plus 9.5. Sprinkle that money line. Let's go. New Hampshire survived the opening game in the AE. Now they head to Burlington, Vermont. It's a lot of nice hot chocolate and hippies up there. You know what I mean? Just Burlington, Vermont. Go some skiing. Might as well. I guess they're in New Hampshire. They have skiing. Anyway, they're getting 13.5 in what the hell is the name of the stadium again that they're firing that they never lose in? It is the Roy Patrick Gymnasium. Check the vending machine. Always worth it. And look, they never lose at this place. They're 14-1, and that only loss was to Colgate, who's a factory too in the Northeast. They played with their food. They almost got bit. They just thought, hey, Albany, the Great Danes, had only won 2 of their last 12, and they almost fuck around and lost to the Great Danes. That was their wake-up call. They beat New Hampshire by 16 earlier this year on this very court. So when I see Vermont minus 13.5, the system is going to be back in effect. Give me the Catamounts minus the points. I think they win by 20. Mac?
Yeah, I'm joining you. I think, like you said, they played with their food. They got their scare out of the way. They're going to roll here. Let's go.
Double lock, Burlington, Vermont. NC Nick, what are you doing here?
I don't think this is the same Vermont team. I think, all year long we've been wanting them to be the same. And sure, they've covered some at home, but I think this is too many points here. I don't think New Hampshire is a live dog to actually win, but I think Vermont wins by 10 or so. New Hampshire has some good road wins this year. They won at UMass Lowell, they won at Rhode Island, they won at Maine. It was just a 4-point game at New Hampshire last week. I'm going to say it's too many points, so I'm going to go New Hampshire.
Terrell, what are you doing here in Burlington?
No, I think I'm still on Vermont. Vermont's just really way too good at home, and I think that that was the wake-up call game for them. They just played this team not too long ago, and they understand that, hey, we almost lost to that team. Like, they almost could have walked out of there with a win. They're not going to sit there and play with their food anymore. They saw that they almost got scared that last round. Now they turn it up on them. Give me Vermont to get it done.
And also, I mean, New Hampshire's the 291st ranked offense. At home, they actually score a much better number than they do on the road. I think that's going to be the problem you run into, NC Nick. But all right, folks, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Manscaped. We top of the morning to you. This episode is brought to you by St. Patrick's Day, Shamrock Shavers Manscaped 5.0 Ultra, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra this year. Don't just chase Rambos, make your own pot of gold and groom your little leprechaun with the leaders in below the kilt care. Say goodbye to your clover forest with Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and let your confidence shine bright. Embrace the luck of the Irish and join 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com. Use that promo code SGPN for 20% off plus free shipping. I mean, I don't need to sell you guys. I've been a Manscaped user for years here. And ever since I used Manscaped, I can proudly say I found my pot of gold at the end of the old rainbow. All right. So meet your lucky charm for St. Patrick's Day, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. The trimmer comes with 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, one for the old classic trim, and a brand new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. All right. And it's also got dual LED spotlights. You can navigate your shamrock patch in peace. Don't worry. And if you're worried about making a mess, fear not. This fucking thing is waterproof. You could be sitting there, in the Atlantic Ocean with your goddamn Lawnmower 5.0 and just handling your business. You can go wherever. All right. Underneath a waterfall, like an Ivory Spring commercial, doesn't matter. Just jump on over there. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. Once again, that's 20% off and free shipping. Promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. This St. Patrick's Day, make sure your little hairy leprechaun is luckier than ever with Manscaped. Don't know that I've ever referred to my guy is a little hairy leprechaun, but anyway, still check out manscaped.com, promo code SGPN. I appreciate their creativity. We're also brought to you by Champs. Champs is hosting a free March Madness bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Plus, if you host your own March Madness pool on Champs, you'll get an extra free entry into the bracket contest. Tiebreakers are determined by those who enter first. So make sure you jump on over there right fucking now. Head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. All right, we are back, and currently Hofstra up 2, 8 minutes left. We also have St. Mary's up 16 on Santa Clara, Northern Kentucky up 14 on Milwaukee, and Omaha storms back and has a 2-point lead at the half against the Denver Omelets.
We had it right where we wanted it, just like I said. It's just so predictable. When these teams go down 10, it's got to be an almost live bet auto. At this point, it's like the most predictable shit ever. And then, I mean, Montana up 5 on Portland State. I don't want them to have a lead in the first half. To tell you the truth, they started out of the gate 10-0 lead, and I go, oh,
terrible. It's the worst thing you can do in March.
They're probably gonna lose now.
We did catch Nichols. Nichols won 72-51. Boom, the Colonels rolling. All right, back to tomorrow's slate. Canisius, the Golden Griffs are heading. Where the Atlantic City? What? I gotta ask you guys this question. I don't have all the cities in front of me, but is Atlantic City the worst place the tournament's held?
At least there's good.
Nah, whatever place that is in Kansas.
That's true. Kansas City, Kansas might be actually
no,
the South Dakota
Kansas
angle.
City, man.
Yeah.
Kansas City is a great place.
Kansas City's not in Kansas.
Well, there is a Kansas City, Kansas.
Part of it is. Part of it is.
Wait, I was about to say it's both.
Right, it's Missouri
next to it.
The arena,
there's a Kansas City, Kansas too.
The arena is in Missouri though, and they have one of the Power and Light districts where all the fan bases gather around is pretty cool. So it's a pretty fucking cool tournament because Iowa State and Kansas fans are fucking crazy.
No, we also have nothing about the tournament. We just asked about Kansas City, like in general. Kansas City in general sounds like it sucks.
Yeah, good barbecue.
Also, in addition to the barbecue, they have the museum or the Hall of Fame for the Negro Baseball League, which is really cool to check out. In Kansas City.
Why is that in Kansas?
I think they moved.
I don't know.
Yeah. I would just assume
they move it. Well, last time I was out in Kansas City, which is maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I went to it. It was really cool.
If they have it, they were talking about it, and maybe it's still there. So,
I can't.
Atlantic City, they have a Hall of Fame. Don't they have the? I think I'm not fucking with you. I think they have like 9-ball pool Hall of Fame.
Where?
In Atlantic City, don't they? I think they have something like
I
that,
gotta
right?
look this up. It's no
Yeah,
way
I want to say they have like if you're playing a game of pool, they have some type of Hall of Fame there. I could be full of shit, but
if we're being fair, I'm currently scrolling warrennolan.com right now with all the conference tournaments. Minneapolis isn't the ideal place to host a tournament. That's for the Big Ten ones this year.
Land of 10,000 lakes. Speak for yourself.
I went to the Final Four. I went to the Final Four that one year there. That place sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Minneapolis. Not
ideal.
That means you hit on someone
Cleveland.
at the bar.
It's the pit of America. Mid-American tournaments there. That's the pit of America.
There you go. Everybody.
There's the Michigan. They're talking bad about Ohio.
Yeah. There you go.
I
will say,
literally, if you look at the United States, how it's shaped, the armpit is fucking Ohio.
Cleveland does kind of suck.
It's the arm.
Well,
Colby and I went there trying to get a beer, and like all the bars shut down at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah. What's going on in Cleveland?
Downtown Cleveland.
I would think the bars would be open all night because you want to drink your fucking pain away. But instead, what the hell was going on in downtown Cleveland where every damn bar was closed at even the hotel we're at? Asking for a beer.
Cleveland's a bad city. You're right. Cleveland's a dump.
Yeah. Speaking of bars just open all night, like on the SGP show, they gave Nashville a bad rap. Come on. That's the perfect place. You get bounced, you can just go hit up Broadway.
Oh, it's like bachelorette, like the bachelorette parties everywhere.
Nashville's turned into like one big bachelorette party, so I don't know, man. I'll pass.
Season gets done and you go get laid before the NCAA tournament.
Honestly, all of these places sound like they suck. Like none of these places have sound good. I don't know what y'all are.
You're starting to sell yourself on Atlantic City being way cooler. You're like, hey, you know what? Atlantic City's not bad.
Time out. We're not going to say Atlantic City's in the same stratosphere as fucking Nashville.
Nashville's much better. Atlantic City does suck.
Yeah,
they have
Nashville.
And guys, we're talking about a bunch of college kids too. Like the
honky tonk, baby. Let's go.
The bridesmaids parties are fun.
I've had fun in Nashville. I've had fun in Nashville.
I love that city.
Yeah, I've had fun in Nashville. Just saying, Atlantic City, sketchy.
I was in AC last summer. It's still shitty. I mean, but there's casinos. We like casinos.
That's true.
We like gambling.
That's true. So anyway, Mount St. Mary's is laying 3.5. I'm gonna ride these Mountaineers. I think they're gonna get it done against Canisius. I can be talked into a lock here. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm kind of surprised this line wasn't a little bit bigger. But I will take the Mountaineers, maybe a little Mountaineer parlay in that.
I think we should. Let's lock this. Let's lock this.
Little Mount St. Mary's in West Virginia.
Let's go. A little Mountaineer two-step.
Go Ears.
NC Nick, where are you going here?
I'm with you guys, but I'm not gonna lock it. I think Mount St. Mary's is better at home. Yeah, these two teams are very equally matched. When I was trying to look at both teams, like nothing really stood out other than Canisius. They were just not good against the top of the conference where Mount St. Mary's was better. So I think there's the slightly better team, but they're a team I only bet on when at home, not in Atlantic City. So I'm going to let you guys go with it, but that will be my side.
Terrell, what are you doing here in the MAAC in Atlantic City?
I'm taking Mount St. Mary's because that's the only one of these two teams whose name I can say properly.
Canisius.
I think I butchered Canisius also.
I do the FCS show with Gulf Coast Guru, and he always says Marist. And I'm like, it's Marist, right? And he's like, I don't think you're saying it right. I don't think you're saying it right. I don't think you're fucking saying it right. Yeah, so Canisius, whatever the fuck. I do think Mount St. Mary's is the better team, though. I think they're gonna get it done. It might be tight until like the 5-minute mark down the stretch. Mount St. Mary's will make the better plays. They have a better team. They get it done.
You mean like every other MAAC game?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, minus Siena games. Bryant, UMass Lowell in Lowell, Massachusetts. Remember, this is still on campus. Man. So they just played. Yeah, they just played the other day, and Bryant got fucked up by Lowell by 22 points on February 29th at the Costello Athletic Center. For some stupid reason, I think Bryant's going to give him a game. I think Phil Martelli Jr. is calling up his dad saying, your season's cooked. All right. Your season's cooked there in Ann Arbor. Dad, what can I do? Give me some adjustments. What can I do so we don't lose by 22 fucking points? For some reason, I just think Bryant's going to cover this game. Lowell has a history of playing with their food. Give me the Bulldogs plus 6.5. I don't know that I'm going to bet this, but maybe. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take Lowell just because they're at home. Looking back, last year they did not play with their food in the semifinals. They beat New Hampshire by 11. I think they're going to win around 7 or 8. They'll pull away at the end, get to the final, and have another crack at Vermont, or have the right to lose to Vermont once again in the title game.
Yeah. NC Nick, what are you doing here in Lowell, Massachusetts?
I agree with Mac. I mean, the best two teams in this conference are Lowell and Vermont, and Bryant is 0-4 against those two. They haven't been able to get within 9 points of either of those teams. So there's a clear separation here between the top two and everybody else. Bryant is probably third best, but I don't think they can hang with UMass Lowell here, and I'll lay the points.
That is a good point also that Scott's talking about. Earl Timberlake, one of their better players, game time decision with a hand injury. Terrell, what are you doing here in Lowell, Massachusetts?
I don't know. I think this line is off. I'm taking Bryant. If you, first of all, this game was played, as you said, February 29th. That's not an actual day. So the game really didn't count. So we really should just throw that game out. That game really actually didn't count. But if you're looking at this, look at the recent form after that game. 3 straight wins for Bryant. A little bit of a squander against Albany, but they really took care of business against NJIT and Maine. And look at this U.S. Law team lost to Maine. Like, they lost 2 games, once to Vermont, once to Maine, then didn't really look that good against UMBC. I think Bryant's playing a better ball right now, so I'll take Bryant in points. Yeah,
I'm with you too. They won 3 in a row. I like that angle. They both teams play pretty damn good defense. If Bryant can they're going to need Timberlake though, because that offense is going to have to move. They're 250th in offensive rating. So they're going to need to score some points.
Colby, did you see Clark's comment? That's pretty fun.
Hand injury, aka I'm going into the portal. Might be something to that. Lamar is taking on McNeese State. I don't think we have a line on that. Chat, Noah, can you check on that? Because we just found out that these two were playing like a couple hours ago. I'm not sure there's a line out on Lamar taking on McNeese, but Will Wade, strong ass offer. It'll be an interesting game. Lake Charles, that's the home of McNeese, so they're going to be playing at home. Check the picks page for that one, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. We got Stony Brook Hofstra tied at 51 at the 4-minute mark. No way Hofstra's going to cover this now, right?
It doesn't look good.
Next up, we got a championship game going on, guys. Wagner, Merrimack. Merrimack won the conference a year ago, couldn't go because of a stupid NCAA rule where they just deprive kids of having fucking fun in important years of their fucking life. Thank you, NCAA. But now they've been waiting 2 years. If they win, they're in. We saw what Fairleigh Dickinson did. The second place team took down Purdue a year ago. The vacuum company Wagner though has been hot. They're catching 6.5. This is a on-campus game there, Merrimack. I think it's Merrimack's moment. I think we lay the points with Merrimack. I'm gonna lock up Merrimack minus 6.5. You've been waiting 2 fucking years for this. All right, they get it done. Lay it. What are you doing here, Mac?
We're gonna battle. Give me Wagner. I think this is a 1-possession game. I think Merrimack may get this done, but it's a lot of pressure now that they can actually dance.
NC Nick
points.
No, I'm with you, Colby. And, Merrimack only lost 1 game at home this year, and it was actually to Wagner in North Andover. I don't think they can come in and win 2 in a row or even keep it close here. To everything you said earlier in this pod, I mentioned that Tommy's had a chance to dance. And thankfully, I was corrected by some people in the chat. I was wrong there. But I do know that Merrimack does have a chance to make the NCAA tournament if they win this game. I think they come out with everything they got. And I think it's a pretty easy win for an overmatched Wagner team that probably shouldn't even be here anyway.
There we go. Terrell?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll actually lock this. This is the redemption arc. This is their redemption arc. They're finally finishing the story. They're finishing the story and getting to the championship. I like Merrimack to get it done. This is a short enough number for me. I'll lay 6.5.
Nick, is that a lock for you?
Yes, it is.
Boom. We got a big time battle. It's the fucking OK Corral over here. Dundee, Terrell, Nick, sitting there turning on the vacuum. Giving the Seahawks a Wagner. Let's go.
Spoiler, the vacuum.
Miami. Let's take it on
Colby,
Boston
real
College.
quick, can you tell me who told Hey to play a parlay yesterday?
Who told who? What? What's this?
Hey in the chat.
Lost another parlay to your garbage picks. Did we give away a parlay? Hey.
You suggested maybe the Big Sky one if he played that one.
If there was a Big Sky parlay, yeah, rest in peace to that.
Well, if so, I had Montana. I had Montana State. No, I would be on the right side of it right now. Montana State hit, and I took Montana on the other side. I actually took Portland State with the points, but I'm saying Montana State and Portland State would be the ones with the points that I actually sided with, if that was the case. But hey, do yourself a favor and grab your nuts and say, hey, I bet this game myself. And accountability. I know the youth doesn't like this word. Accountability, and say I lost money. All right. I lost money on the decisions that I made. What the hell are we doing here?
While you're touching your nuts, use it with Manscaped.
There we go. Great work, Noah.
Your thumb hit the submit button for him.
Unfucking believable. Folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NBA season with Hall of Fame Bets, a sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NBA and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. That's a good point.
Is the Hofstra leg still alive?
Yeah, there's 3 minutes.
It's getting dicey though, man. It's getting dicey.
I'm sweating out a 33-1 on Stony Brook to win the damn conference.
Oh my god, this fucking guy. All right, we got a couple more plays left.
In your defense, the Hofstra leg hasn't lost yet, so that means he differentiated from your parlay and did something else and lost already. So that's his fault.
Exactly.
For what it's worth, I do have a piece of Hofstra too. That was the strategy.
Oh, look at this guy.
We got both sides of this.
There you go.
I mean, Charleston's winning tomorrow.
I'm hoping Hofstra gets there. I want Speedy Clax to get to the tournament. We have a classic tomorrow. And what I by classic, I mean Doug Flutie drops back. He finds Gerald Phelan in the fucking end zone. This happened. Noah was negative 25 years old, but God damn it, it was a classic. Miami, Boston College, in Washington D.C. of all places.
They just played.
Jimmy Larinagas had success. He won a Elite 8 game against UConn with I almost said Rip Hamilton. Rudy Gay. Hey, he's back home. Miami's laying 1.5 against Boston College. Oh man, don't make me pick this one. I lean Boston College just because I was watching that Miami. Was it the Miami Florida State game? Dude, Miami Florida State game. There was like a timeout there where it just looked like no one had interest in playing basketball. It just was like they're going to the huddle and it was just like, man, this is like a 2-point game. You would think they'd be like, hey, we do this. It just looked like, hey, I fucking hate my teammate here. That money can do that. With the NIL shit, and I was reading about USC's thing out here. USC's, they paid, I think it was Dorian Singer, a wide receiver from Arizona, a shit ton of money. And he ended up being a backup. But he was making way more money than the starter. And that shit was an issue all season. Like saying, hey, man, this guy's like making 5 times more than me. So that was part of maybe what was wrong in the locker room with the Trojans last year. So I'm on BC. I think like they're a little more together as a team. Do I feel good about it? No. But I'll take BC because Miami's certainly the more talented team here. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to lock up Miami. I think they just played. Larinaga says he's coming back next year. New life, new season. I think they're going to be motivated tomorrow. I actually think they're going to play well. I think this is a Miami spot where they get up, and I actually think they could win a couple games in this tournament. We've seen Miami on the neutral floor make a couple shots. Give me Miami. Let's go. The U.
For
Money line
Matt
Mac.
to be saying this about Miami. That's
I hate
right?
Miami.
I'm surprised.
NC Nick, what are you doing here?
I agree with Mac. I think, Miami, the last 3 or 4 games, they knew they had no chance at large. So I think they were kind of just waiting for the tournament. That's why they rested Pack last game. He didn't play. I think Miami wins this game. I'm going to go with the better coach.
You're swaying my pick. You're swaying my pick here.
Larinaga, man.
And he's fire in DC.
Oh,
All right, I'll take Miami. No fucking lock though. Terrell, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm on Miami too. I mean, it's the pedigree. I think the experience and the pedigree is going to reign supreme in this one, and they're going to be able to get it done. And yeah, I just don't trust BC to get it done twice in a row. No way.
That's a good point. And I preserve my bet of not betting on Boston College still since 1993. Boston College athletics too. That's football and basketball. Manhattan.
I'm gonna do my best to actually persuade you to bet on Boston College because I'm having a lock battle here with at least Matt.
Oh, all right.
I think the wrong team's favored. I'm gonna take BC Eagles here. I'm looking at one team that wants to come in here and play this game, and I'm looking at another team that has sleptwalked through the back half of the season. They've lost 8 games in a row, completely uninterested. Boston College, let's not forget, 2 years ago, they had a kid that was crying after losing their last game in this program. Like, he just wanted to go out and eat, for crying out loud, with his teammates. This team, they like each other, unlike Miami. I'm fucking locking this thing up. I think they're playing multiple games here in Washington, D.C. And like we mentioned, they just beat Miami on the road by 10 last week. I like Boston College here. Also, Quentin Post, best player on the floor here. Norshad Amir is not 100% either. So, one, Nigel Pack, maybe not even interested, but also has been battling injury. Amir battling injury. I think they're just in a rough spot here. I'm taking Boston College. Lock it up.
Wow. We got a battle in the capital. Mac ride with the Hurricanes. Bienick saying, come fly with the Eagles. Yeah, I mean, I think the bet that game is still crazy. Like, just because, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's you 1-800 gambler. Because that one is a tough one to bet on. None of you guys made good enough points where I was sold by what,
I tend to agree.
Yeah, like, oh, Jimmy Larinaga, he goes to Clyde's in DC. They know him on a first name basis, right? Now, I don't know that his team's excited about being there. But anyway, let's continue on because Manhattan, the Jaspers just lost by a half-court shot. This team's showing heart by staying in that game. They're catching 8.5 against Iona. Noah Bienick hates Iona with a passion. And, I'm curious to see where he goes here, but I'll take the 8.5 in the Jaspers. I think it's 8.5 points in the MAAC is like 1,000 points in real life. I could be talked into a lock here with the Jaspers. Mac, what are we doing here?
Manhattan just beat Iona by 17 last week. It's tempting. I mean, it's tempting. I mean, if you lay 8.5 with Iona this year, that's crazy because they have blown lead after lead after lead after lead. And Gallagher, his guys actually play for him. Yeah, I'll join you. Let's go, Manhattan. Dog it up here in the MA.
Can I interest anyone into a little Manhattan clam chowder special?
No.
Nope.
No way.
All right,
I'm on Iona.
You're on Iona?
I'm not locking them, but I'm on Iona.
Okay.
I don't think Manhattan shoots over 50% from 3 like they did when they beat the Gaels last week or so. So I think Iona wins this going away.
Bienick, I see you're up there.
Yeah, real quick. Hofstra's just having a no. Hofstra's having a meltdown of a lifetime. They haven't scored a single point in about 4.5 minutes.
You can always count on Noah to just kill the
Stony Brook's on a 7-0 run. Stony Brook's on a 7-0 run.
I hate this Stony Brook team. God, they won. This is ridiculous.
The last point where Hofstra scored a bucket just a point, actually.
Oh, they won.
5:15 left in the second.
That's a dagger.
They just hit a 3. It's over. I cannot believe this Stony Brook team.
It's going to
I mean,
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Northeastern should have beat them.
oh my, just
Didn't we beat them?
yeah. I think you might have.
Everybody's
I know
beat
the
them.
human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Sacramento State is taking on Montana State in the semifinal on ESPNU tomorrow. Do we have a line on this yet? Does anyone see a line out there? I know we just found out that this is the opponent when Montana State won like 2 hours. I think Montana State, and they Danny Sprinkles off to Logan in year 1, and I'm drawing a blank on their coach's name right now, but I think Montana State is going to find themselves in the. Could we have a brawl in the wild? Big Sky Championship game. That would be fantastic.
Matt Logie or Logie, however you pronounce
Matt Logie.
it. He's done a good job. Like you said, they struggled in the non-con, but he came over for Point Loma and Whitworth, so he was a D2 head coach, and he's been a good fit. Yeah.
And look, people come in here saying you picked. Look, we did talk shit about Stony Brook. We did. But I don't want that to get lost.
You guys were sold that they were losing their first game to Northeastern.
Yeah, I was. I was
Northeastern
bragging.
broke my heart again. And
but if you're coming in here talking shit, let me just recite. Towson, I hit that one. Cleveland State hit that one. East Tennessee State hit that one. JMU hit that one. Montana State hit that one. Nichols hit that one. Fuck you if you're picking out one loser. All right.
Well, you're not undefeated, Colby. What the hell, man?
Yeah, like
do
what
better, Colby.
What do we pay you?
I know. What's that?
What do you pay me for?
What do we pay you for?
Yeah, it's okay. Fucking
The
Seawolves.
sports. What do everybody always complain or say about with the advertisements? The sportsbooks pay you to place bets and advertise for them. They pay you.
We wish.
Well, it is hilarious because I did like solo out Stony Brook. Like I was like, this fucking team sucks, and I feel that way. I still feel that way. I mean, they're having a nice little run, but
This is what March is all about.
This is Arkansas State 2.0.
This is back-to-back years too for Speedy Claxton being a heavy favorite in a semifinal game and just completely choking on national TV.
I would love to
last
see
year?
anybody that actually bet Stony Brook today.
Dude, that air ball was brutal.
Like, I think even people that have Stony Brook futures didn't even bet Stony Brook today.
Oh, hey, bitter.
Hey,
He says I'm fucking sick of it. Well, fuck, dude. I went 6-1. All right, you could have took all my opposites. You'd be 1-6. All right, so there you go.
He said I twice in that sentence and said you once.
Hey, there you go.
Sac State, Montana State. We don't have a line on that, right?
No,
it's
just one final.
Okay.
No, I got nothing on that one. Sorry about it.
Well,
Sac
I got a
State.
lock here.
Just kidding.
So Jacksonville State's located not far from Huntsville, Alabama. And Florida International, the airport is awful on the fucking road. This is kind of a home game for Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's laying 3.5. I think they get it done by more than that. I will lay the 3.5 with the Gamecocks there in the CUSA opener. Who's coming with, Mac? What are you doing here?
Absolutely. And I touched on this too in the preseason Conference USA. Ray Harper's won the league every single time in his first year in a new conference. Whether it was at Western Kentucky when he won Conference USA, whether it was at Jack State in the OVC. Now they're in a new conference, back in the Conference USA, Jack State. I like him here. He's a good tournament coach, and I don't trust the fucking airport. Fuck that.
The airport on the road is an easy fade.
Jack State, let's go. Lock it up.
NC Nick, what are you doing here?
I'm going to disagree with you guys. Call me crazy. I don't love the play. I'm not going to bet it. Perhaps I'm getting too cute here, but I'm going to go FIU. The last 5 games, they've been playing pretty good ball. They beat Liberty and Western Kentucky. They hung tough on the road against New Mexico State and Utah.
No. We covered.
It was only a
games.
2-point game against Jacksonville State.
Okay, but still, I mean, I laid 3.5 with New Mexico State. New Mexico State was cruising by 5 minutes into that game.
Just saying that they were in that game on the road. So I think it's a close game. I think Jacksonville State wins by 2 or 3.
Interesting. Terrell, what are you doing here in this one in the CUSA?
I think I'm going with Jack State here, and it's really the rebounding edge. This Florida national team is a smaller team, and last time out, Jacksonville State only won by 2 on the road, but they won that rebounding battle 39-27. Like, I just don't think that that's going to be indicative of a 2-point loss. They should have won by a lot more than that. I think now on a neutral court, it's going to be a little bit of a different story. I'll take Jacksonville State.
Yeah, I think the real thing is the home crowd and the defense behind them. They're 47th in the country in defensive rating out of 362. Meanwhile, the airport 226. That's all the difference right there. And obviously the fact that they're kind of at home. So that's the play there. Double lock on the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. Are you any interest in a lock, Terrell?
You know what? Yeah, I'll lock it. 44-27 in that first matchup. The rebounding edge is going to Jacksonville State. Neutral court. They'll get it done.
There you go. NC Nick. One-man army over there.
Colby, real quick, do you guys want to pick the games without lines with the KenPom projected line? I can tally those up for you guys real quick while you're picking the last game.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure.
What were the games that we didn't have odds on?
The Big Sky games. Yeah.
Lamar McNeese, and then the Big Sky games are who's playing who?
Sac State, Montana State. We don't know the other one until the outcome, but Sac State and Montana State would be the other one. Actually, but yeah, I mean, I guess you won't be able to tell me.
Soon going to be Stony Brook and Charleston.
That's true. You can find that one there.
Alrighty.
Siena is catching 10.5 against Niagara Falls in Atlantic City. Niagara won by 7 the last time they played, but it wasn't in Boardwalk Hall. Siena's only won 4 games this year. What if I told you that they back on, when the hell was this? January 15th. Stuck it to Greg Paulus. Yeah, stuck it to Greg Paulus and these Purple Eagles.
Another
all right. Private school pussy. Yeah. Give me the points all day here. Give me the points. Give me the points all day. I'm not look, very rarely in an MAAC game. And even when they had Patino, I hated laying double digits. I'm not laying double digits. I know Siena's horrible. Give me the points. Might even bet this tomorrow if I'm having a good day. Mac, what are you doing here?
I will guarantee you're going to bet it because it's the last game of the evening. So that is definitely going to happen. Everybody in this chat will have action on Siena Niagara. Give me Siena. Check the picks page on whatever number we get.
And see, Nick, what are you doing here in AC?
You know, I said earlier or last week, I said don't bet on bad teams, but here I go again. I got money on Louisville, and I think I'm going to bet Siena here. They split the regular season series. Those two lines were 5.5 and 7.5, and now we're getting 10. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Siena's covered 4 straight. They're hot from an ATS standpoint, at least. Give me Siena. I'll lock it up.
Terrell, what are you doing here? Oh, he's locking it over there. I'll play his music. NC Nick locking up Siena. Terrell, what are you doing here?
Siena was 4-10 ATS at home this season. On the road, 10-8. 10-8. I think I'm locking up Siena too.
Oh shit! Let's just do it. I think we should go out with a bang. All 4. Well, let's bet the fuck out of this game, Mac.
Siena, Louisville, parlay tomorrow, everybody.
Yes. Man, no, you got to side on this.
You can throw West Virginia in there too.
No, I would actually side with Niagara, so you probably didn't want to hear that.
That's good.
Well, still,
yeah,
everybody
for the team.
Quadruple lock on the St. Bernards.
That's
how we
crazy.
looking?
They're a 4-win team. What do you mean? Like literally, they have a win for every one of us that's betting them, and we're over here betting them. This is insane.
Shout out to Joel. Says Colby's the worst. Appreciate you. Justice Perfect says Colby. Actually, Jacksonville State's East Alabama. It's only 2 hours. That's my. I mean, I was aware it was 2 hours, but still, it's a lot. Miami is a lot further away. I would think there's some potential graduates from Jacksonville State there in Huntsville.
Going from Miami to Jacksonville, Alabama is just not the most appealing thing to do in the world.
Yeah, I feel like, do you even fly direct? You're going to take a bus? It's going to be a bus, Mac. In the smaller conference, you take the bus,
Florida
right?
International? They're busing, right?
You bus it. You bus anything 7 or 8 hours in.
Yeah. So just to update you, and I hope you're grabbing those lines, Noah, but Hofstra just hit a 3 with 6.7 seconds left to cut it to a 3-point game. So if they can get a steal, here, and bury a 3, look at that. This is a hard 3. How the fuck did he make that?
It's a March Madness 3. How the fuck did that go?
Yeah, how did that go in? Noah, you having any success here, because it's this is live. This show's live. Okay.
I bet St. Mary's too, by the way, for that jackass. So you can kiss my ass.
Yeah. By the way, I'll do a quick score check. How about that? Nice little score check. Currently, Stony Brook up 3 with 6.7 seconds. Oh, I guess 4 seconds now.
Hold on.
St. Mary's up 16. I did take Santa Clara. Northern Kentucky up 4. Omaha tied up with Denver, 11-minute mark. And Montana up 6 at the half against Portland State. I have a future on Montana, but I have Portland State plus 7.5. So I'm all over the place. What are we doing here, Bienick? What's your
Alrighty, we'll do the other 2 games first before this Stony Brook Hofstra game is official. Starting off with McNeese and Lamar. I mean, if you're stripping it straight from KenPom, it would be minus 18. I have a feeling it's not going to be that high. I have a feeling it's probably going to be around the 15-14 area.
He missed the first free throw. So
yeah. This is
in the matchup they have 14.
Oh, it's already updated?
On the fan match or whatever, that part of the tab.
Let's rock with 14. Because I was going straight from the main menu here.
He made it unbelievable. Pressure shot. He makes it. The free throw after missing the first, so the 4-point lead, 5 seconds left. We're looking back good. If you took Stony Brook money line.
All right. So pick it up 14.
I'm all over McNeese. I think we should lock it.
I would have played it.
Bart Torvik, Noah has 13.5.
I'll lock up McNeese minus the points. Mac?
I'm going to take the points. The only thing with me, I know Will Wade is thinking about his next job. I don't know where his mind's at. So I'll take the points, but I'm not going to bet this game.
NC, Nick, what are you doing here?
I'm not. Yeah, I'll take the points too. I think the last game a couple weeks ago was a 2-point game at Lamar, and I think there's pressure on the 1 seed McNeese. I think it's closer than expected.
Terrell, what you're locking up McNeese with me? Is that?
Yeah, I think McNeese is the far better team.
Yeah, Lake Charles is the home of McNeese. This place will be packed. All the difference. What's next, Noah?
All right, next game would be Montana State, Sac State. Montana State minus 8. Actually, let's rock with 5.
5.
Wow,
yeah.
Big difference.
It's 5 on. It's 5 on the the fan match, and then on Bart Torvik it is 5.5. So
if it's 5, I'm locking Montana State. If it's 8, I'm taking Sac State.
Oh boy.
So, I just.
No, it's 5. It's 5.
5? Montana State's a way better team.
Courtney Love is in the fucking building again for another fucking Big Sky game.
That is crazy.
Give me the Bobcats. I want to Brawl the Wild championship game. Let's go. Mac, what are you doing here?
I've been kicking myself for the last 24 hours. I've talked about Sac State. They've been getting better. They beat E-Dub. They're going to beat Montana State. They're going to move on to the title game. Sac State, lock it up.
How can you have that much confidence in the Hornets?
Dude,
NC Nick, what would you do here?
Great the last couple games.
Both against
You know
Eastern
what I'm
Washington.
doing.
Yeah. You're locking.
You know what I'm
Montana
doing,
State.
Colby. This is more of a college football experience joke, but Patty C and I went to the same high school. We were the Hornets. Colby went to a different high school. Sacramento State, they're the Hornets. Come on, man. Buzz. Let's go Sacramento State.
Woo. Going with Sac State. Lock? Is that a lock?
No, I don't think.
Yeah. Terrell, what would you be doing here in the Big Sky?
Sac State's leading scorer is Duncan Powell, who former North Carolina A&T Aggie, jumped ship and left in the middle of the night, and he just dipped. He left the game against who was it? It was against, I don't know. It was against, I think it was the Idaho game. Yeah, it was the Idaho game. He left it 7 minutes in the game, and he's their leading scorer. I'm taking Montana State.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go Sac State.
We are doing some battle in the Big Sky. Where the hell is my
Milwaukee
theme
came
music?
back and they're up 3.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
We got a battle. Dundee riding with the Bobcats. Mac riding with the Hornets. What's your favorite play of the night, folks? Because we
you want to talk the last CAA, the CAA final?
Oh, do we have a number on that? Yeah.
Yeah, so I pulled it from KenPom. The first two have been a little off, but for what it's worth, Charleston would be minus 8.5 against Stony Brook, and I think that's probably right.
I know that human being and fish can cover. I'll take the 8.5. All right, and the Seawolves, they're having a magical year, or tournament, I should say, not a year, but tournament, and I think they can stay within that number. Charleston still wins though. Mac, what are you doing here?
I think we have another JMU Arc State.
I can see it. I can see it.
JMU survived Texas State. They survived the scare. Charleston survived the scare tonight. They should have lost. They're breathing. I think they're locked in tomorrow. I think they blow Stony Brook out. So I'm going to lock Charleston, whatever it is, tomorrow.
All right, man. Maybe you swayed my pick there. Let's take Charleston. Yeah.
I think I tend to agree with Mac as well. Lay the points.
Terrell?
I was on Charleston until all of you guys were on Charleston too. Yeah, apparently you guys don't have any luck picking Stony Brook. I'll take Stony Brook, I guess.
Yeah, that will probably take that money line because the way I've been picking Stony Brook,
for what it's worth, I'm not gonna hedge this thing. And like 8.5 is a tough hedge because I could get fucked out of both. You know, Stony Brook loses by less than 3 possessions and they still lose the fucking game. So that's a tough hedge. I'm just gonna let that thing ride.
All right, let's give away our favorite play of the night. Favorite play of the night. I know this is a hard question to ask, but to me, I actually think it's Jacksonville State against the Airport. I think that's my favorite play of the night. You might be able to talk me into Mary Mac, but hey, look at this. Justice says he missed a 6-leg over under because ETSU can't hit a free throw. That's brutal, man. That's brutal. I feel sorry for you, man. Mac, what's your top play?
I got 2. The old Big 12 is going to get it done in Kansas City over the new Big 12. OK State in West Virginia. Chad G talked me into it. A little push. Let's go. Take the points. Sprinkle some on the money line in both.
NC Nick, your favorite play of the night?
You hinted at it. The Warriors, Mary Mac punched their ticket. I think Mac's been saying lay 6.5. It falls in there perfectly. I think they get it done going away.
Yeah. Shout out to Christopher Morris, says it was a rough night for the poor suckers fading pick Dundee tonight. That is true. That is true. Terrell, what's your favorite play of the board?
Well, NC Nick took it. I do really like Mary Mac to get it done, but Louisville, come on now. 9.5 for NC State? Way.
Love it. Let's go. Louisville. Let's go.
It's a solid pick, too, if Horn doesn't play. Like, then they're live.
Let's go.
They're live. I mean, dude, he played in the first matchup. It was a tie game with 1 minute 30 seconds left. Folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience.
Hit for what it's worth.
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry about
I'm
that,
giving out
producer.
LaSalle.
Your screen is so small. I don't even realize you're fucking there.
Who is that up there?
Yeah.
Who's talking?
I'm on LaSalle.
Your screen is as small as your little leprechaun.
LaSalle is your top play. I like it with Fran Dunphy. All right, folks. Bienick just dipped out. He said, "Fuck these guys." Look, I see 1,091 people watching right now.
That's not the true number. There's a bunch of Twitter algorithm. Whatever
more like
numbers.
2,000.
Yeah, more like 2,000.
240 live on YouTube right now. Shout out to all the real ones.
I'm taking a screenshot of this. I like those bots. All right, as long as they're not kicking me off. Yeah,
this number.
You're fucking horrible over there. You know what I mean?
Is he
sitting over there?
He's one of those guys that has those troll accounts trolling us in the comments. I think
he definitely
Dude,
does.
Everybody,
are you
right
hey? Are you hey?
No.
Is that you?
Hey Noah.
Whenever the Patty C fan club account popped up the first time, I was accused of running that, but that was not me.
So was I. we think we know who it was.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no.
It's disappeared recently.
I think it's what? No. It tweeted something in the past couple weeks. I think Welcome to UAB is I'm laying
Ding, ding, ding.
minus 200 on Welcome to UAB. Folks, I see 1,091 people in here, and let me finish this fucking point I'm trying to make. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. All right, all 1,091 people watching this, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are the College Basketball Experience, youtube.com/the College Experience. Make sure you give Terrell Furman a follow on Twitter at @reallyRel__. Check out the NBA Gambling Podcast, the WNBA Gambling Podcast, the NFL Gambling Podcast, and give him a follow on all platforms. All right. NC Nick is on Twitter at NC__NICK. Give him a follow. He's going to be on Wednesday night's College Football Experience episode as we talk the AAC in 2024. I know we all have East Carolina winning the AAC and making their first appearance in the 12-team Invitational. Look, Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Check out the Big 12 College Experience. It's the Big 12. Also, Noah Bienick with the College Baseball Experience. Just hitting dingers all day over there. I'm on Twitter at Colby Dant. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. But get this, folks. Don't leave yet. We're back in 1 hour. Me, Bienick, Mac, talking conference tournament play. All right. So get back in here 1 hour. Maybe even less than 1 hour. So jump on over. Until next time, folks, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
I lost a bet on the Super Bowl, so I had to dive in and crawl around through the snow. Don't believe me? Believe me, there's a video. We made it to promote March 5th and then we did the show. Before March, there was a winter to be lived through, and snow fell on the DC metropolis. In some other cities, this wouldn't be big news, but where I live, it felt like an apocalypse. Not the kind where zombies are the wrath of God, but the kind where Mother Nature doesn't laugh it off. I didn't laugh at all. I saw the sky smoking the blunt, now waiting for the ash to fall. Traffic stalled for a few weeks. Capitol Hill of snow taking up a parking space. A couple notches on the beltway ain't unique, but higher in freezes get more than your heart to race. I mean, the rats were frostbit, they lost it, risking their lives just to make it to the office. Exhausting, caustic, cold front rose up through the mid-Atlantic and did its damage. Detective Bailey didn't expect a camera and brought a gun to a snowball fight. I know my rights in the season of mood swing. Some of us winning, some of us losing. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center. Winning winter, so I can stay warm with you. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center.